Hey there, it is so good to see you. I cannot even begin to tell you how wonderful it is to be sitting down here chatting with you. Thank you so much for all of your encouragement, your thoughts and well wishes and prayers. It has been a crazy time with Hurricane Harvey, and we're finally starting to get back and reestablish a new normal. Fortunately, we were okay. Our house was at just enough of an incline that we didn't have any interior damage, but our streets did flood, and there was actually quite a bit of damage in my neighborhood. So it's been a lot coming. So now that we're finally able to get out and about, I finally got to get gas today, and our mail's started up again, and finally got trash pickup. I feel like now I can get out and help and serve where I can and donate where I can. And so just keep those prayers coming, and also be praying for everybody that can possibly be affected by Hurricane Irma, because that is going to be horrible if that is projected to go on and hit Florida. I mean, Harvey was horrible, but that's going to be like way worse. Like, considering I've heard it's the worst storm that we've ever had in history, like craziness. So I wanted to come on here and get back in the swing of things and kind of talk about what's in my makeup bag. I halfway debated about doing a separate makeup bag to talk about, you know, the August recap and then September. But since I have quite a few videos that I want to get out for this month, including Justice League Panning Challenge update. I have several get ready with me, so I want to upload for you, and then pan that palette, and then I may even have a couple more get ready with me. So we're gonna just cover all our bases and talk about what I was able to finish. So what I was able to roll over and finish from August, the first thing, this was huge for me, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. It's done. Loved this powder. It actually worked really well for a face powder for me, because I do have a little bit more color than I typically do during the year, but during the winter time, I love using this as a very subtle contour. So great stuff. Then, if you're looking for an affordable primer from the drugstore, I love this Wet n Wild Coverall primer. It is a lotion consistency. It comes out like a white lotion, but it does mattify your skin. It works really well. Your makeup doesn't like move or slide during the day. Good product for the buy, and definitely affordable. Then a big one, oh, this was a long time coming. I finally finished my Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, and when I put this in the, rolled it over into the makeup bag for August, I was at the point that I was able to start contorting and squeezing the tube, but I went through and did that tip that I shared about when you have a squeeze tube like this, whether it's toothpaste, foundation, or whatnot, you want to open up the tube and then squeeze a little bit of air into it so that you don't have to cut it and expose that product to air and bacteria. But then you pinch it and then you shake it as hard as you can. I was able to shake out 4 weeks of eye primer on top of what I thought was done. I mean, just insane. So part of me wants to like cut this open and see if it's completely clear. So I might just do that and then take an Instagram photo once I'm done filming this video. But 4 weeks on top of what I thought was just empty in here. So just wanted to share that tip with you if you're trying to maximize the money that you're getting out of your products, or if you're project panning and absolutely want to use every last drop. That's an awesome way to make sure that you can do that. And then I was able, so excited about this one. I was able to finish my Maybelline Color Sensational lipstick in the shade Warm Me Up. I love this shade of lipstick, and sure, I could scrape it out, but I've got a lot of other lipsticks that I want to get to, and this is definitely an absolute love for me. If you're wanting a high-end equivalent, like for MAC, say, you're going to want to look at the shade Brave. It's the exact dupe to this color, but the Maybelline Warm Me Up is a fantastic, affordable option for a great nude. I love pairing it with the MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl, which I did not finish, but that's okay. I'm gonna go on and roll it in and keep using it throughout the year. I did make a ton of progress on it. It was actually kind of halfway up my middle finger, I think, when I first kind of put it out there that I wanted to pan this. So tons of progress. I'm gonna keep using it. I love to fill in the exterior of my lips and then the outer corners on my upper and lower lip. beautiful, beautiful combination, especially with that Warm Me Up or MAC Brave, if that is your favorite. And then as far as liners, I didn't finish this one. It just flat out dried out on me. This is the CoverGirl Intensify Me Felt Tip Liquid Liner in the shade Sapphire. Like I said, it just dried out, so kind of a bust. Made me go back and use the Stila eyeliner that I'd put in for the Justice League Panning Challenge, so wasn't a complete loss, but definitely bummed out that that eyeliner was not even a month old. So now, as we get into the September makeup basket, I have a lot of goals in front of me, so let's go on and talk about where I'm thinking with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. I'm at the point I'm poised to finish, I'm hoping 4 shades by the end of September. I know that's a pretty lofty goal, but I think I can do it. I was able to hit pan over Hurricane Harvey because I was flooded into my home, so it gave me an opportunity to try out different looks and really kind of play around with Gilded Ganache to see how I like it. But when I evaluated where I was with the other shades, I decided that I'm gonna go hard on this Wonder Woman shade that I chose for the Justice League Panning Challenge. It's a really pretty coppery shade. And so looking at my chocolate bar, I want to finish salted caramel, creme brulee, hazelnut, and I'm hoping triple fudge. I'm also working on white chocolate, but there's no way I'm going to finish that by the end of September. So like I said, we're going to go for those 4 shades because I really like wearing hazelnut as a contour shade. I am wearing it currently. The creme brulee shade, I think this is month 4. And I think this Get Ready With Me that I'm going to film focused on the shade Blackberry from my Too Faced Sugar Pop palette and creme brulee. I'm going to put up in a little bit, but that's, I think, my 4th look with creme brulee. And then I'm also going to put up another Get Ready With Me because I figured out how to dupe the MAC quad that was called Spiced Chocolate that came out several years ago, because again, I really want to focus in on this Wonder Woman shade and finishing some shades out of here. So I'm gonna be busy, but I think I figured it out. And I may go on and post 1, maybe 2 Get Ready With Me's with Gilded Ganache. I'm gonna kind of see, because I think I might go on and just put Gilded Ganache into October, because like I said, I was able to hit pan. But then, you know, like I just mentioned, I'm gonna go on and roll over my Too Faced Sugar Pop palette because I was able to hit pan in Blackberry right here. So I'm gonna wear this shade until the creme brulee shade is gone, and I just can't get enough of the sweet and spicy. So I'm continuing to use that as my highlighting shade. I absolutely adore this combination. And then this Wonder Woman shade that I'm talking about, a lot of these looks I'm really inspired by Smashbox, Lorac, a lot of the fall releases that have plums and golds and coppers and bronzes and things. So I figured this is a perfect time for me to shop my stash and really show some love to these products. And this look in particular, I'm so excited to film the Get Ready With Me for you, because just walking around Ulta and seeing these color combinations, it gets me so inspired and motivated and creative. So I'm hoping that you will enjoy this. It's easy to shop your stash for these colors, and then the Spiced Chocolate one will be next. So in terms of face products, I decided to go on, since I finished that Wet n Wild, I pulled out an old tube of the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. I love using this as a makeup primer. It's been a favorite for years. I don't even know how many tubes of this I have been through. It is so good. It is a clear silicone consistency, very much like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And as you can see, I've made quite a dent in this. I just put it away because I wanted to try other primers. So now I'm gonna go on and just finish off this tube. So who knows, maybe I'll be able to finish this by September. Foundation wise, I'm going to be wearing an old favorite, the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation in Creamy Natural. This is a go-to, absolute go-to. I wore this for years when I started filming on YouTube, and I just thought it'd be fun to go back and revisit it and see if I like it as much as I used to, and I do. It is so good. I don't need an additional concealer on top of this, which is fantastic and definitely helps to streamline my routine in the morning. So great stuff. And then I'm also going to be panning my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, since I finally finished that Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. This is my only other eye primer that I have at the moment. I do have the Too Faced glitter glue to work with Wonder Woman a little bit. But this is going to be my shadow base for the next while so that I can knock this out of my collection. And then because I finished that Dim Light face powder from Hourglass, I went on and put in this MAC Prep and Prime transparent finishing powder, pressed finishing powder from the Chris Chang collection is what this print is. So I thought it'd be kind of fun, and something I learned about this formula, you hit pan really fast. So we'll see what I can do with this. It's honestly really, really fun that I've been able to hit pan this fast, because I do have several face powders I'd like to get through, but wasn't expecting to hit pan as quick as that. So gonna be working on that. And then, since I go on and have it in that little section of my makeup bag, I'm gonna go on and be panning my Bite Amuse Bouche lipstick in the shade Chai. Really beautiful, everyday kind of brownie mauve pink. It's more brown than the Maybelline's Warm Me Up, but definitely still kind of a neutral, my lips but better kind of shade, for lack of a better term. All right, let's talk some eye products. I needed to take a little bit of a break so that my camera could cool down. So first off, the one thing that I'm kind of like unsure about, I've continued to roll this over in several makeup baskets now, but it's what's left of my Julep Eyeshadow 101 cream to powder eyeshadow stick in Pearl Shimmer. I am at the point with this product that I only have a little bit of a nub left. This is it. And honestly, I have to use it when it's rolled way down inside of the tube, because otherwise the nub falls out. So it's kind of annoying, but I really enjoy this product. So I'm hoping that I can go on and get as much as I can out of this before the end of September. I know I'll finish it, but I figure let's go on and try to use what I can. And then I do have a backup pencil of the Wet n Wild Pixie that I can go back to. But this is a great product. Like, I definitely want to repurchase this in the future after I get through that Pixie pencil. So that's going to be my eyeshadow base when I'm using the Creme Brulee eyeshadow from Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And then when I plan to go into the Wonder Woman shade, I'm, you know, going to be using this Too Faced glitter glue. I recently picked this up. This is my first experience with this, because with the Bare Minerals, when you try to wear them on your lids, it can be a really big pain in the butt with the shimmery shadows. That's how I've hit pan in that MAC powder, because literally there is so much fallout all over the place. It's a hot mess. So I figured this was a product that was worth purchasing. So far so good. I do like it. So I do plan to make use of this. And when I want to give it a really, really coppery base, very much like that MAC Spice Chocolate Quad, I pulled out this oldie but goodie Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil in the shade Striking Copper. This is a beautiful shade. It's kind of similar to that copper shade in the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, if you're looking for a close comparison. I know it's going to look a little bit orangey on camera right now, but that's the vibe that I'm going for. And then top it with that coppery shade for Wonder Woman. So easy, easy, easy for eye bases. And then my soft ochre paint pot as well, just kind of all over. I'm also going back to using my MAC Studio Chromographic Pencil in NC15 and NW20. I only go through one of these at a time, so it's going to be rolled over until it's done. And then my classic white eyeliner from NYX. And then in terms of mascara, I'm still working on the last little bit of the Pure Cosmetics Triple Threat Mascara. Like I've talked about, it's very similar to the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. And then as far as my upper lash line, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in Blackest Black. I really wanted to try this out since everybody is talking about it on YouTube. I find it to be a rather drying formula, which kind of surprised me, because normally L'Oreal is a very wet formula, depending on which mascara you get. But so far so good. I do like it. It's not an end-all be-all mascara for me. That Pure Cosmetics Magnetic Lash, on the other hand, it's good stuff. So, oh, and then just to, I don't know if I'm going to use this. Oh, and I forgot to talk about setting spray. I'm going to go on and roll over my Kiss Professionals makeup setting spray. I'm just about done with it. I think I can finish it by the end of September. And then just, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get to this, but I went on and threw my Lorac Mega Pro palette into this makeup bag because if I finish Salted Caramel, here's kind of a look-see used and abused palette here. If I finish Salted Caramel, I'm going to go through with Fawn and Camel or Sepia in place because I love that warm brown in my transition area, so I figured it'd give me a way to use those 3 shades. This one, you know, I love these two mixed together, but if I want something a little more intense. And then I also figured if I'm really just kind of still wanting to go back to a gold look, I figured I can go in with Sand and Copper because you mix these two together, you get a very similar tone to Lorac Pro's Light Bronze, and the really, really cool tone golds are quite flattering on my eyes. So I figured that would give me a good way. And also, too, I was kind of thinking when I go into looks with Gilded Ganache, I'm going to be wanting to pull this palette out some more. So I just went on and threw it into my makeup bag, and we'll see what happens. So that's where I am with the Lorac Mega Pro. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to need to use it because, like I said, I'm very concentrated on finishing those 4 shades out of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So I've got my plan in front of me, and it's going to hopefully be a good month. So that is about it. That wraps it up for right now. Like I said, I've got a lot of videos coming because I've got my Justice League Painting Challenge update because we have a little over 2 months left. So we'll see if I can finish everything. And then I've got the Plum Get Ready With Me that's very inspired by all of the fall makeup trends that we're seeing in the department stores and Sephora and Ulta. And then the Spiced Chocolate look, Pan That Palette update, and we'll see what kind of time I have if I film the Get Ready With Me's with Gilded Ganache, because right now, like, I'm already very busy, and now that my kids are back in school, I am doing everything I can to serve where I can and donate with all of the hurricane relief. So be praying for continued recovery efforts, and also please be praying for the people in Florida with Hurricane Irma, because like I said, this is absolutely devastating. It's horrible to go through. It's horrible to watch your friends and family lose everything that they hold dear, and it's just be praying. So that's it. Take care for now, and I look forward to catching up with you real soon. See ya.